All right. So, Josh, today's all about destinations.
Yeah.
We talked about where you would want to go. Some of the amazing people in the chat have also said where they would like to go.
Yeah.
Princess Cruises goes to a lot of places, though.
We do go to a lot of places. So if we kick off and see some of the stats that we've got here, just it's leading you in there. So for those of you that have been on a number of our webinars before or have seen us at any shows or have spoken to any of us might know that we sail to over 345 destinations around the world. Those destinations can be found in over 100 countries across all 7 continents. So we are a completely global brand. If there has been a cruise port, most likely a Princess ship has been in port. And you can sail to those destinations on many different itineraries. So we have itineraries from 2 nights, if you want to have a little taster cruise from 2 nights, all the way up to our world cruise sector of 139 nights. So if you're feeling brave, especially if you are an independent agent, what a fantastic time to just jump on a Princess ship, go explore the world and really boost your knowledge.
And there is nothing like checking out what it's like to be on board. I have to say, but on that point, the ship visits have gone out.
Yeah.
As well. I know changing subjects a little bit there, Josh, but if you haven't tried to get yourself down for that, make sure you do too.
We're talking about today, as Mike said, we're going to give you a full destination overview and give you little snippets about everywhere that we sail to. So let's get us in the mood and let's see where Princess sailed to.
What's it?
To the wild, to the wild, to the wild.
I do love that video.
So do I.
It's a good video and it really highlights some key points. Although we are a cruise line and we'd love you to come on board our ships, we actually do want you to get off in the destination and go into the heart of the destination. We are not a cruise line that just puts a pin on a map and says we're going to sail there because everyone else is. We want to make sure that when we sail to a destination that we're giving something back to the locals and they're also bringing something to our guests. So that's why we have such a fantastic relationship with them. You know, over 40 years in the Med, over 55 years to Alaska, and we're only 60 years old. So we're still quite a young cruise line if you think about it. So we do want you to get off and go and enjoy.
And that's beautiful view. Look at that. Stunning. There's so many amazing destinations. Yeah, again, that's what we're highlighting today. Look at this world map. When you think about destinations all over the world, how cool does this look?
So let's pop in to our first destination. It's one on our doorstep. It's Europe.
And you've got to love Europe, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, working on a ship for so many years, when you go to Europe, what the thing you get most excited about is, of course, you wake up in a different country every single day almost, but also the countries are so different. When you get to go to all of these different places, it makes such a difference. Now, we've got the advantage of having 7 different ships there, different classes of ships as well, each bringing something different to the table. I like the word different, can you tell? But also, we're so lucky we're having so many ships, but also so many different home ports.
Yeah.
And let's go through some of the amazing places you can set sail from with Princess. 26, 27, we've got Athens, Barcelona, Civitavecchia for Rome, Copenhagen, Helsinki, Reykjavik.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Southampton, Trieste for Venice. And with that, just gives you the gateway to get to some really amazing places and really focus, as you said, on the ports of call themselves. More time in port, later nights in port.
Yeah, that's important.
Oh, just food.
The destination changes, I think, in the evening. You know, like once the day has gone sort of down, sun's gone down, all the lights turn on. Like Santorini is a perfect example. Santorini at night is absolutely beautiful. So the destination does really change at night. So you do see it differently.
Yeah, just make sure.
My favourite word.
I know, but also just make sure when you come down back to the ship in Santorini, if you've had a little bit of wine, it's a journey. We'll say that, and not from experience, just from from experience. But even ports like when you get to overnight opportunities as well, we've got Blarney Castle going to Cork. You've got La Spezia, right? I mean, what fantastic going to Pisa if you want to, or
Yeah,
just
you can go
drinking
to
wine.
Florence or Pisa. Normally, when we go to La Spezia, you've got the choice of either going to one of them. You're not able to do both. But with, especially on Sun Princess, we've got an overnight port in La Spezia, so you can do Florence one day and Pisa the next, so you can fulfill both.
Yeah, really, really special. And so I'm just letting people in as we go. And I was well on that. World Heritage Sites. Where we stop, we make sure that the days are long enough to really experience places. You don't want to. Berlin's not close,
no.
Right? But we know that. So we make sure that you get the direct rail, you get the easy access to these amazing places. And it's same with Czechoslovakia as well. We want to shout out while we're here. Istanbul is also another home port for us. Which one of these gets you most excited about starting a cruise off with, though? Out of all these home ports, where would you have top of your list?
That's a difficult one because Southampton is good because you've got no luggage allowance, so you can literally take the kitchen sink if you want to. But I'd probably say somewhere like Istanbul, definitely rich in culture. I mean, they're all rich in culture, but it is somewhere a little bit different. It kind of gives that kind of Asia vibes, but also European descent as well. So it really does give something a little bit different. And the Istanbul, the city itself, a perfect pre-stay for a few days to get a bit of culture and then get on a ship and then go around Europe. It's just a good one for me.
That's it. What you just said there is exactly what gets me the most excited about these places. Like these home ports are places I want to visit. Have you been to Reykjavik yet?
No, I haven't. It's on the list.
To be on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, having a couple of days there, plain sailing, getting those flights sorted so you can spend some time in these ports is really special. We really want to emphasize as well with the Regal Princess adding to the lineup in 2027.
Yeah.
You've got the combinable voyages. So you've really got 7 to 20, so 64 days, right?
Yeah.
To 24. Like, there really is amazing. And we are going to talk later on about epic voyages.
We are.
But I have to just throw in there now, we've even got a way to experience Europe on an epic voyage, round trip New York, with a double transatlantic, one from the top, one from the bottom. So we really have a way to experience Europe in a very special way.
We do. And just before we move on to the next slide, Mike actually just really touched on something there with plain sailing. And for like Helsinki, Copenhagen, Reykjavik, there are so many now regional connections. You don't necessarily have to go from Heathrow or Gatwick or Manchester. You can go from these smaller airports and there are a lot of flight connections there. So a good opportunity to jump on a Princess ship.
And straight away into a question.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. So the 10-second starts now. And when I type stop in, that means you can no longer answer. Princess Cruises, 5 ships sailing Europe this season. Enchanted Sky, Majestic Caribbean, and...
What was the next one?
We've been talking about it. You've got 5 seconds. I'm going to press stop. And once it's in, your answer will no longer count. 3, 2, 1.
A new one.
It is, I've pressed stop. Have I pressed stop? Yes, I have.
Yeah.
So if you made it in before, and I'm going to tell you in a second who gets that. I've got my random count in there. And you can win a Costa coffee card. A drama, right?
There you go. There you go.
Sphere class, we did just mention the Sun. Yeah. What? Tell me about Sphere class. Why do you love it?
Oh, Sphere class. So these ships are all, so Sun and Star Princess, sister ships, they are built. They're like 60 years in the making. We've taken a lot of feedback from the past 60 years of being in service and a lot of guest feedback, crew feedback as well, and also port feedback about ships, how ships operate in port. And we've put them into these Sphere class ships. Now, these ships are built to really connect you with nature and connect you with the ocean and the sky outside. And that is really delivered by the sphere that comes out of the side of the ship where the piazza is, all the way up to the dome at the top of the ship, which just floods with light during the day. And the dome at the top of the ship is actually inspired by the hills of Santorini. So it really does give that vibe. I was on Sun Princess a couple of weeks ago and I just felt like I was there because it is such a zen zone during the day and then it comes alive at night. Like I said, a destination changes at night. So does the dome. So does the atmosphere on board our ships. So you can go and enjoy a candlelight concert up in the dome or go and have the after party where the DJ comes and joins us a little bit later in the evening. So these ships are all about your wellness and relaxing and just connecting you with destinations, with loved ones, and with the world around you.
And you said exactly what I was hoping you were going to say. The 2 points I was hoping you were going to say, firstly, is being there, right?
Yeah.
And when you're in there, it immerses you. Princess is not about just going to these places. The experiences on board where we connect you to the places first, whether it be the food or the activities, but also when you go there, We want to immerse you in where it is. And these ships, when they dock, when you're docking in Europe, you're right there. And
We
some of these home ports are there. But I also want to say about the crew. Since I've been here, I've been around for 3 months, but at sea for a long time. But that is the one thing. We can go to these places, but it really is the crew that's going to bring those experiences to life. So
Yeah.
get an opportunity to give them a shout out for a second.
And also get to know them. I mean, our crew spend 3, 6, 9 months at sea. Mike will know this, being an ex-cruise director. So when guests come on board, you really become their seafaring family. And we enhance that experience even more with Medallion. But we'll talk about Medallion in a little bit. And let's just touch on some of those key European highlights.
There's a world of endless color. Here we go.
Love it. Just a quick taster there of Europe. So what's our next destination that we're going to look at? It's the Caribbean.
I love it.
Biggest area for Princess. It's where we have our most hardware in that particular region. And that's mainly because all the ships that are in Europe, they sail back over and they all head over to the Caribbean. And actually, we are not long away from the ships coming back over to us. We have Sky Princess making her way in just under a month's time. She'll be back in Southampton. She'll be docked literally across the road. Me and Mike are here in Southampton at Carnival head office today. And we're so much looking forward to having Sky Princess back in port across the road from us. So she'll be due back in the next couple of weeks.
The cruise director's on the Sky right now, Matt. Shout out to him a second. I actually went to Nando's with him for lunch a couple of weeks ago, just to hear getting the excitement about that. I wanted to talk excitement. Shout out, random number generator was number 5, which meant that the winner is for our coffee card, Anna Morel.
Whoa,
Congratulations,
well
first
done,
winner
Anna.
of the coffee card. Well done. You're going to email Academy at Princess Cruises after this. But let's get to this. Caribbean.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
You did so well, Mike.
I'm so happy about that. So what I love about the Caribbean is it's stunning. It's beautiful. It's got something for everyone. It doesn't have to just be relaxing. It can be the food, the culture, and it really is stunning. Now, what we want to highlight with this, though, is the amount of departure ports and options you've got to hit the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a huge standout for us. It's not just one place to go from. And having San Juan really opens up the options.
It does, yeah.
If you want Eastern, Western, or Southern Caribbean, really has something for everybody as well. Having Star Princess there as well, with those beautiful
Our
views.
newest ship, she's currently over there doing her debut, her inaugural season in the Caribbean at the moment, out of Fort Lauderdale. So excited to have her. But we're actually going to give you some more exciting news about Star Princess a little bit later on.
Oh, look at the excitement. I'm excited. What's going on? Let's hop to the next one, because I really want to highlight things that really stand out for us. Firstly, I know it's not the top one there, but we have to highlight Princess Cays.
Yeah.
Beautiful, stunning destination.
I'm going later this year. I'm so excited.
Is this your first visit?
First time ever to Princess Cays, and I'm so lucky to take my partner and my parents with me on this one. So I'm looking forward for them to experience it at the same time.
It's just perfect. It's simple, it's easy, it's stunning. The water is
relaxation day.
Yeah, and they're okay. And some of the shorter cruises will have that visit as well as Celebration Key, which is something that people get really excited about in the Caribbean. It gives, I say Caribbean, not Caribbean, I'm super happy with
Well
myself.
done.
Here for a win. Celebration Key, so many different activities, 5 different zones, something for everyone, like the huge swim up bars and those pool chairs.
Yeah.
Chairs at a bar.
It looks incredible.
We've also got departures from, let's go for it, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Port Canaveral,
New York.
San
Juan. So New York is a big one. A lot of people love to do, especially in the winter, do a cold winter, few days in New York, then jump on a princess ship down to the Caribbean and have that sun. So you can have a bit of winter and sun at the same time.
Yeah, and then the range of different ports really has something for everybody. Even classic ones, St. Martin, St. Thomas, even places like Cayman, Antigua, Aruba, Curacao. Like, these are really fantastic ports. ABC Islands can't be beat. And yeah, again, we've got late night departure, largest number of itineraries we've ever had. And we just really want to highlight the Caribbean is definitely the place to be. And we're giving you the options. I think that's the most important one.
That is, yeah.
If you like your sea days, head to New York as well and have that combination visit.
Yeah, exactly. And as well, just touching on some of the excursions there and the different things to do, you can totally choose to do something completely different. One of my favorite excursions to do in the Caribbean is in the Bahamas when we sail into Nassau and get to swim with pigs. It is different. It's better than swimming with dolphins or something because people like pigs. What's
Yeah.
that about? But then you can go to like somewhere like Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic and have like a rum tasting and do a bit of a
Cove
rum.
is-
Yeah.
It's underappreciated. Amber Cove is a winner.
It is.
They've got the bird sanctuary there as
Yeah,
well. The
yeah.
dolphins. And they've got the waterfalls you can climb up. And,
Yeah,
I mean, like,
there's so much to do. You can go
beautiful.
to the drive-through volcano in St. Lucia.
I haven't done that yet.
Oh, you have to do it. You
Yeah.
have to go and do it. So there is so many different excursions. You can have it vibey, you can have it a bit more wildlife focused, or you can have it a real cultural experience.
Dancing on the ceiling, got a smile and a feeling, no, I might be getting carried away. There's a cool breeze blowing, about to follow where it's going, yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful day. Hey, everybody, hands up, enjoy the...
Yeah, so some good highlights there. We launched Celebration Key at the back end of last year and we'll be sailing there from November this year. We're also putting a ship in Miami for the first time in a very long time. Regal Princess will be based out of Miami. We'll also have Port Canaveral for Orlando and Fort Lauderdale as well. So some fantastic Floridian ones together.
Yeah, and the atmosphere out of Miami. When you set
Yeah.
sail from Miami, just all of those ships going out at the
Yeah.
same time, it's just
I love-
absolutely beautiful.
Miami is my favorite place in the entire world. I absolutely love Miami. One, because it is the cruising capital of the world, but also because it is so culturally rich.
Yeah.
There is so many different cultures, and that stems from the Caribbean, that stems from the American descent as well. So it is a fantastic starting point for your cruise.
Yeah, and that's what I have to talk about Miami. Like, look, if you like food,
Yes.
everything is there. Like,
Yeah.
I challenge you to find your favorite food not being
Yeah.
in Miami.
Little
really-
Havana. Oh,
Oh,
it's perfect.
yeah.
But
And as well, by the way, if you're going to one of these ports and you want to go Port Canaveral and go Miami, if you're going there early, the Bright Line
Yeah.
train
yeah,
is a game changer as
Yeah.
well. So I want to throw that out as an option.
That is-
Travel agents, that's a great bit of information.
yeah, that I'm actually doing that later this year. So my sailing is from Port Canaveral. We're flying into Miami.
Yeah.
So we're actually driving from Miami to Port Canaveral, but then coming back, we're getting on the Bright Line train straight back to Miami
It's
Airport.
the easiest thing ever,
Yeah.
and they're so comfy. Let's keep those destinations going.
What's the
so-
next one? Anyone got a guess? Let's see. Alaska, one of our biggest one. We are the #1 cruise line in Alaska. Although our sister brand Holland America would like to say they are, we definitely are. We've got we've got a lot of hardware there. We've been sailing there for over 55 years now. And as I said earlier, only in December last year, Princess Cruises turned 60. So it's one of our longest serving programs, Alaska, and it really is a real treat there. And we've got our newest brightest ship there, Star Princess. She'll be making her way to Alaska in April. Again, I've still got that fun fact to tell you about her in a little bit, but we'll touch on that in another trade. But we have 8 other ships based in that region, and you can sail from so many different departure points as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
again, fantastic for twinning it with something else as well, isn't it?
It's not just 8 ships as well, right? It's one from every class. We are covering it. So if you want the big, beautiful, but I want to say with Sphere is you're going to see by tonnage it's the same size of a lot of other ships, but the guest count compared to a lot of other ships
Yeah.
is very different. You get more space, right? And
Yeah, that is true. I was on Star Princess back in October and the ship was completely full, but it didn't feel like that at all. Even on a sea day when we were all round the pool, there was still sunbeds available. There was still space all around the ship for guests to do what they want to do. And that's pretty much a common theme across all Princess ships. We care about space
Yeah.
and wellness on board. So although our ships could hold a lot more guests, and other cruise lines do that, we don't. We want guests to have a great time. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed in any way. And Alaska is one of those places that you are always going to be looking over the side of the ship at things that are going on, isn't it?
I remember distinctly the first time I was sailing out of Alaska, just between shows, I thought I'd go for a walk on the top deck. And you're just
Yeah.
out there and you're just surrounded by these beautiful mountains and wildlife. And it's something you can't, I know balcony is best, but a balcony in Alaska is just
Yeah.
special to walk out there and see. that fresh air hit
Yeah.
you in the morning. Oh,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Really is. We have to talk about the why we stand out though a little bit.
Yeah.
I know we're going to talk about cruise tours later on, but I mean, what a way to combine it with the rail and the lodges.
Yeah, we are the only cruise line in the industry to offer a land-based option and a cruise, all bookable directly through the cruise line. So for those that don't know, Princess owns 5 wilderness lodges in Alaska, and we'll be able to transfer you between those lodges on our own unique rail network as well. And also we do have coaches that run in that region, but each wilderness lodge offers something completely different as well. So you can really go into the heart of Alaska and explore something completely different. If you want to try and see bears, then Denali Wilderness Lodge is definitely for you. If you want to do a bit more kind of fishing or a bit more about the lakes in nature, then Mount McKinley Wilderness Lodge is definitely for you. It's on a gorgeous lake, that one. But you can combine all these in a cruise tour and choose whether you want to do it before the cruise or after the cruise as well. And like Mike said, we'll touch on cruise tours in a little bit more detail a little bit later on, but it's a fantastic option for you to book everything all together directly through Princess and have a land-based feature as well as the cruise.
Yeah, it's having the open draw options, having the round
Yeah.
trips, having so many different departure ports. We're really trying to bring something for everyone with those 8 different ships. So we're very proud the #1 cruise line in Alaska.
Yeah. We love Alaska.
We love Alaska. You've got to. As I haven't had a question for a while, if you've been to Alaska, give us some sort of reaction in this video now. I'm curious.
And just one thing that everybody gets that we always have to mention with Alaska, again, it goes back to our fantastic relationship in the destination, is some of our excursions that we offer there. So we've got an excursion that is highly, highly popular, and it's called Puppies in the Plaza, where the kind of rangers bring the husky puppies on board the ship in the piazza, which is the heart of every princess ship, and you get to see them as a puppy. You get to see and learn about their working life and then what their retirement life is like, and you get to play with puppies. They do count them, so if you're trying to snuggle one, they do count to make sure they take all the puppies off as well. But as well, in places like Ketchikan and Juneau, we have a Cook My Catch. So you can go and catch a fish, bring it back on board the ship, and one of our chefs will cook it for you.
I must admit, when I was out there, I always wanted to do excursions that were a bit different as well. I did rock climbing once. What a way, just get up there and just see the view from the top. But even the lumberjack shows, they're so popular, but they're so good and they're so funny.
They love Alaska. But we've touched on Europe, Caribbean, and Alaska. What is our next destination?
Let's head there.
It's Asia. This is a big one at the moment. This is the hot topic at the moment. Everybody is talking about Asia, and our programme, so a lot of our sailings in 27-28 are sold out.
It's really popular. When we're having our meetings, it's definitely the place to be. So make sure right now, if you, like I said, sold up, make sure if you've got guests with you right now, you're talking about it. Get them ready because it's the cherry blossom time that it's very popular as well.
It is very popular, and we've now got 2 ships based in that region. We'll go to over 30 different destinations across 30 different itineraries. And again, them itineraries can range from 7 nights up to a full 54-night itinerary if you want to try that.
Yeah, there's so many different options out there as well, and it's different culture, different food, different places. And why is Asia so special? Talk to me. Japan. When you went to Japan, what made you go, wow?
I think Japan it's one of those countries. It's so respectful. Everybody is so respectful there. No matter where you come from in the world, they are so respectful of you. They do have some unique laws over there as well. So if you were to live in Tokyo, you have to prove that you have the space to park a car before you can buy one.
Where I live, I feel like that would be a great rule. I am not upset about that at all.
I think in some places that would be good, but in Japan, no matter how much money you make, you have to prove that you have got sufficient parking space to park your car.
That's a fantastic rule. But the thing about Japan as well is there's so many different ports with each got something different. And our itineraries, we talked about focusing on time and port.
Yeah.
The Asia is somewhere that stands apart because you really get so much time out there to experience proper deep immersion in the culture. Yeah,
it is. Each port offers something different. So you can really start in Tokyo and have like the modern kind of thing that we see on the TV. You know, if you've ever watched Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift,
Reference movie.
Yeah, that's the reference movie there. If you have ever watched it, you'll see that in the center of Tokyo, it is very modern. It is very high life as well. The big buildings and things like that. It's not as traditional as what we might have our thought is in Japan. But when you go to other ports in Japan, when we sail into those other ports, you start to see that culture come back in, and you really start to see that traditional Japanese culture and traditional Japanese food. Now, it was a bit of a ball ache for me, unfortunately, because I'm allergic to nuts and shellfish, which is a massive ingredient in a lot of Japanese food, but they still made it work.
I love it. Yeah. The problem is with Japan is it's definitely not a problem with Japan. There's so much excitement about this part of the world right now. We almost want to make sure that if you are looking and you're with guests that are looking at booking, the time to do it is now, because they are selling out and there's so many beautiful options. And the port areas themselves are stunning.
Yeah.
Still got the Singapore happening soon.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, talk about a port location. Wow.
Yeah. Singapore is a dream. I've always wanted to go to Singapore.
So yeah, this is Asia.
Yeah, a fantastic way to see Asia as well. If you're a bit curious about what's out there, such as myself, you can jump on a princess ship, get a flavour of all of these destinations and go, oh, I might go back to one of these destinations and explore it a little bit more. But it is also a world away from a world. It's completely different to what we're used to here in the UK and what we think about in terms of holidaying. So Asia in its whole, Japan and Singapore, absolutely gorgeous destinations. And if you can, go out there and do it. But if you are, it is very humid out there, I have to say. It's very humid. So if your hair does go a bit frizzy, like Monica out of Friends, and the humid, you might just want to bear that in mind, because it is extremely humid.
Yeah, I love it. This next video is beautiful for Japan, so check it out.
Let's check it out. How gorgeous is that? And one thing as well about Japan is it's extremely clean. Like the roads, the sidewalks, everywhere is extremely clean, and it's also a bit frowned upon to eat while you're walking down the street.
Oh,
It's disrespectful to their culture. So you know how we might grab a Greggs sausage roll and walk with it? Cannot do that in Japan. It is very disrespectful.
so this is the sort of information that I need to know, because I didn't know that. To be fair, I haven't been to Japan yet. I know what you're thinking, everyone. I've been walking around Japan eating food. It'd be an ice cream. I just want to say as well, there's some great comments coming in here as well. So thank you for throwing out there. People loving the idea of puppies in the piazza.
Yeah.
I must admit, so do I. We're still flying through these parts of the world, and I don't want to leave Japan, but I want to say Sapphire and Diamond.
Yeah.
The ships out there, beautiful ships. But the Brazilian style steakhouse is also something that would stand out to me. So throwing that out there, if you've got guests with you that like the idea of like an all-you-can-eat card turnover steakhouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds perfect.
Something different. And also as well, another quirk of Diamond Princess. So Diamond Princess is specifically built for the Japanese market. So she is a bit more Japanese focused on board. But she's the only ship in the fleet to have 2 cruise directors. One English speaking and one Japanese speaking. So if you want to learn a bit of Japanese while you're out in the region, Diamond Princess is your girl.
I didn't know that. That's
There
a
you
great
go.
stat. Look at that. All right,
Let's
we've got to
move
go
on.
to West Coast. This is
Yeah.
what we're going to next.
So we love the West Coast.
Love the West Coast. And let's check it out. So we've got so many ships out there. We've got 8 different ships.
Yeah.
And such a good selection of ships as well on the West Coast. Multiple different home ports: LA, San Francisco, Vancouver. You might be thinking Seattle is also.
Yeah.
Seattle is to feed
Alaska.
upstairs up to Alaska. I will say, if you get to sail out of Alaska, home of Starbucks coffee, but also the market there in Seattle. Oh, the best cherries I've ever had in my life. Sorry, we're on the West Coast. LA, San Francisco, Vancouver. Sailing out of LA is a stunning place to sail out of. San Francisco, absolutely beautiful. You've got lots of our ships will go under the Golden Gate Bridge. From 4 to 16 days, of course. Heading over to Hawaii is a fantastic option as well. Just beautiful places. And of course, Mexico. The West Coast really has something for everybody out there, and the Mexican Riviera is beautiful. Cabo San Lucas, Tender Port, but the end of that video we watched, the very beginning, where those two rocks over there.
Yeah, that's
Cabo.
Yeah.
I got to live out there for 6 months.
Oh,
and
wow.
every single day, you're like, this is beautiful. Puerto Vallarta, the promenade on Puerto Vallarta, if you get a chance to get out there, is amazing. And if you're ever there in the late evening, some of the evening shows they've got there are beautiful as well.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next one. I'm teasing it a little bit here because it's question time. Oh, are you ready? Princess Cruises last week broke the Guinness World Record for the most of one cocktail sold an 8-hour period. What was that drink? What was the cocktail that was part of the record-breaking win?
Yeah.
Guinness World Record. So I'm going to count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I didn't get ready to press stop. I was ready. Stop.
I got
stop.
a few extra points there.
It was indeed margaritas.
It was. Yes, a Regal Princess won a Guinness World Record for serving 3,410 margaritas in 8 hours.
I tell you what, that sounds like the best world record to be part of.
It does. I mean, we do have another world record, which I think is pretty cool. Last year, we had the biggest pizza party at sea, and we served 66,000 slices of pizza in one day.
Yeah, that was across multiple ships.
Yeah, across multiple ships.
Otherwise,
this Guinness World Record is just for Regal Princess.
Yeah. So, I love it. So we're going to, I'll tell you who wins that one in just a second, but we're still here on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, West Coast brings a lot to the table. When you're out there as well, it is a journey. So if you like a nice relaxing day at sea, to head down to get to the ports, it's nice. I mean, Ensenada is right there. It's super close. And it's had a real good revitalization, Ensenada. And I want to give a shout out when you dock in Nassau, Bahamas as well.
Yeah.
The work they've done right there is just absolutely beautiful. Some really great special landmarks. You get the coastlines. A lot of people as well will get there early when they're flying into the West Coast. See the Hollywood sign. Why not?
Do it. I did it last year.
You did?
Yeah, I did a big, although I didn't do it on a ship, I actually drove what is very similar to one of our itineraries. So flew into San Francisco, a few days in San Francisco, down to LA, down to San Diego, and then went across to Las Vegas and the Death Valley. So the West Coast, absolutely gorgeous. Like places like Simona and going into the Simona Valley as well, just incredible. Get a hot air balloon at 6 a.m. I did that in the Simona Valley. And go and have a look at the wine country. You go over the vineyards, you can really see for miles. And you see the sunrise at 6 a.m. It is beautiful, absolutely perfect. If you are going to propose to someone, fantastic opportunity for proposing to somebody. But the West Coast, like Mike said, the LA, you've got Hollywood sign to go to. You can go to the Stars down the strip. You can even go to the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. We all know what film that is from. Go down and have a look.
Alcatraz, if you're in San Francisco, I've done that. That's absolutely sensational. And when you're docking out of LA, it really is a great home port. So easy.
Yeah.
And what's your basketball game if you're in Miami or LA as well?
Exactly.
Why not?
And a tip for Alcatraz is if you are doing a few days in San Francisco before you embark in San Francisco, do it on the day after you arrive, the first in the morning, because you'll be jet lagged anyway from the flight. And if you do the very first one at 8:30 in the morning, it is quiet. You're the first ones round there, and it's brilliant to see.
Also, as well, when you're booking hotels, we're on this point for LA. Good travel agent top tip. There's a big bridge that goes between where the ships dock and where the hotels are. So there's hotels for Long Beach on both sides.
Yeah.
If you're on the other side, it's quite nice as well. But I personally always stay on this side because it just gives you that option, that beauty in the morning. Used to have to tell the cruise director to stop making the announcements so loud because I could hear it from my hotel balcony. So West Coast, absolutely stunning. Let's keep this going. I'm going to work out.
Hawaii there, just touching on that video a bit, has again been a massive destination recently. Loads of people wanting to go and explore Hawaii and do a little bit more over there. And you can sail out of San Francisco and go right across to Honolulu and go around all of the different little islands there. So, and it's one of those places, those bucket list places that you can go to. And some of the itineraries include Tahiti.
Yeah, but, and also now we've got these epic voyages, and we're going to talk about. But I know I keep talking about epic voyages, but the options from that are amazing. Even world cruise options,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, world cruise options.
Let's do a random number generator. Number 7, the winner of the Coffee Girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Poppy! You just went this down for 8.
Yeah.
Poppy.
Well done, Poppy.
Well done. I love the drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Australia.
Australia.
The land down under. The Rugby World Cup is going to be there soon. I'm sure that's a good reason to get on over. 3 different ships. Exciting, if you haven't heard already. A lot of excitement that we're going to be having a ship out in Fremantle for Perth.
Yeah.
Heading out there, the only major cruise line that's going to have a ship on that coast.
Yeah, which is really big as well.
Yeah,
it's absolutely massive. So again, Australia is a big market for us. We actually currently have a ship there right now, just sailing around the region, doing its itinerary, because it tends to be that the ships that are in Asia will go down to Australia during their summer season, and then we'll go back up when it is a bit better in the Asian Pacific market. But again, Australia has been a big one. We're getting loads of questions and loads of people looking to go to Australia. So many different departure ports as well.
So many. And my wife was a cruise director out of Australia for a while, and I said to her before this one, I was like, what do I tell travel agents? And she said, like, just the locations of how convenient the ports are. Like, when you say you dock in Sydney, you're docked in Sydney, like you're walking
the
off
Opera House is over the other side of the dock, isn't it?
Yeah, and she's like that. The locations and how easy cruising out of Australia and doing New Zealand is, and she's just like it just is special. And I really want to emphasize as well, like where you can get to from Australia. Like South Pacific gives you so many options as well. And you've also got, of course, New Zealand, which is the top of my bucket list.
Yes, it is a fantastic place to go and see, and it's so beautiful, so rich in culture as well, so much to do. So you do have to give yourself plenty of time to go and explore everything that Australia has to offer.
5 different home ports, hit New Zealand, hit South Pacific. Those places for cultural tours cannot be beat as well.
Yeah, let's take a little look. There you go, that's definitely putting us in the mood. And also, just highlighted in that video, it says about the itineraries, you can go from 3 nights all the way up to 43 nights as well. So if you are doing a bit of a holiday in Australia, it might be good to pop on board for a few days and go to another side and then maybe come back. So do a mini return itinerary.
Yeah, and there's also like we talk about Moor Ashore, but they always Princess will focus on things like Moor Ashore in places like Cairns, because when you want to do the Great Barrier Reef, you don't want to be rushing. No. And some of these Australian cities, again, sitting down for a nice evening dinner is what it's all about. We've got to keep moving though, and we've got to talk about the next place. I'm excited.
This one is the Panama Canal.
I said to the wife, I was like, when I'm talking about Panama Canal, what's the number one thing that I should mention? And she was like, you get to go to Costa Rica. That was what she was the most excited about. Some beautiful ports, whether you want culture, history, rainforests, if you want engineering brilliance, we have to mention it. And we get to see the Princess, you get to do both ways of doing the Panama Canal, but I think we hold off. What is the random fact that you haven't said yet?
Yeah, so it is to do with Star Princess, our biggest, newest ship. So in just over 2 months' time, Star Princess will be leaving the Caribbean to go base herself out of Seattle. So to do that, Star Princess will need to go through the Panama Canal, and it will be the biggest ship Princess has ever put through the Panama Canal.
That's really cool. Yeah, what a way to do it. Yet again, with the beautiful views. Yeah. We have so many different ships going through. We've got, 14 transit through the locks. We've got to go through the old locks as well, hitting all those destinations on the way through. But apart from anything, when you have a guest sitting in front of you talking about they've done a lot of cruises, I think this is one of the bucket list things that cruises have to do. I think a transatlantic, a Panama Canal, Alaska, I think are really... Pan America. Like, I know there's a few there, but this is one of the absolute bucket list things. And there's so many UNESCO World Heritage sites to do as well. Offshore late nights you get to do as well. I know, top rated cruise line. So you've hit that slide already.
We're already there.
We won it from, I can't see my eyesight, it's absolutely awful right now, Cruise Critic Choice Awards, the top Panama Canal cruise line. We always focus on giving you the experience and taking you into it and guiding you through why it's so special, giving you the history as well. It's something, what is it if you don't understand it?
Yeah,
right? So
exactly.
That's a big focus.
It's a big place.
Yeah, I like it.
And
lots of choices for Panama Canal.
Exactly. So let's take a little look. Ah, it looks so much fun doing the locks. I'd love to go through that and be out and watching the ship raise and fall as we go through.
Old or new locks?
Oh, I don't know. I want to try all.
Yeah,
I'll
I have to say for me though, I'm going. I like the traditional old lock. So what we're going to do now is going to quickly talk. We've gone through some of the major destinations. We've talked about places, but what we have to do now is really highlight the amount of home port options we've got.
Yes.
Right, because giving the variety, we're taking you to the places, but also, how can you start off your cruise? There's bigger drive than ever before for people wanting to experience places before and after a cruise. And when you're looking at our European lineup of these fantastic destinations to start off a cruise, that really is special, right?
Yeah. So yeah, just some of them there, key highlight, which we've already spoken about. Southampton, Barcelona, Cicciavecchia in Rome, Athens, Copenhagen, Helsinki, and Reykjavik.
Let's do it. How beautiful is that?
Caribbean. As we've said, Fort Lauderdale, so you'd most likely fly into Miami. New York, Port Canaveral for Orlando, Miami as well, and San Juan in Puerto Rico.
With that picture, I want to emphasize something. This is one of the most beautiful walks. You get to the ship to here within about 15 minutes. But if you don't like cats, this is not somewhere you need to walk. They are absolutely everywhere on that walk.
Don't try and take a few and smuggle them on board.
Yeah, please don't.
And then for Alaska, we've got Seattle, Vancouver, San Francisco, and Los Angeles.
Some beautiful ports of call.
Asia, all that photo is beautiful.
As well, of course, we've got ports as well for Alaska. So many different options to sail. Yeah.
Asia, we've got Tokyo, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Now, the Tokyo port, again, just another random fun fact for you. Where you embark on the Tokyo port is actually where the old airport was.
Oh, yeah?
In Tokyo. So it's all been redone. It's now a cruise departure port, and that's actually where you were aboard from, the old Kai-Tak airport.
There you go. Beautiful.
And then the West Coast, we've got LA, San Francisco, and Vancouver as well.
I love it. So many good options.
Now, World Cruises.
I have to say, World Cruises is something that really excites me. You mentioned something about World Cruises earlier today.
Yeah.
What was that random fact about World Cruises? Do you remember?
So World Cruises used to be performed by Island Princess, the smallest ship in the Princess fleet. But it's recently, last year, been taken over by Crown Princess, who's now doing the World Cruise Sextet. And actually, Crown Princess is the world's biggest cruise ship to ever do a World Cruise Sector. Now, we're not saying she's the world's biggest cruise ship in the world. We all know who that is. But she is the world's biggest cruise ship to ever do a World Cruise Sector.
I wanted to highlight as well, though, some of the great options. We've still got out there available to book round trip Auckland, 114 days, 116-day world cruise from Sydney, and there even is a 129-day Grand Circle Pacific, Fort Lauderdale to LA, 60 different ports. And as well on here, I want to highlight some other places you can also visit and do cruises from. Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
There's still some round trip options there. And I think there's even a Buenos Aires cruise that comes back here to Southampton.
Actually, Sapphire Princess is currently on the transit over from Buenos Aires. So she, I think, is currently docked in Tenerife at the moment, but she's on her way.
That's so special, right? And of course, having a chance to see Santiago and Antarctica, Chile, beautiful. But that whole part of the world is really sensational. And as well, I want to mention more on World Cruises. I know we're short of time, but I'm going to push through quickly. Is Epic Voyages. If you haven't been on our website yet, what they've done is they've separated it we've separated into 6 different categories: wild, culture, wanderlust, marvels, explore, and earth and sky.
Yeah.
And it really is special for longer voyages, explore, extra sea days, things like the TAs. Culture takes you to places, but have a check out on the website of it because it really is special. And if you want, I'll even do a separate webinar or instruction video on that.
There we go. Oh, quick fire question.
Go, go, go. This is going to be quick. The pizzerias on board Sun and Star Princess just had the prestigious certification, the top global recognition for authentic Italian cuisine and hospitality. But what is the name of that pizzeria? What is the name of the pizzeria on Sun and Star Princess that won that award? We are going to press stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. If you made it in before the stop, I told you it was dramatic.
Yeah.
It's Alfredo's Pizzeria.
It is.
The best pizzeria.
It is the best pizzeria. The pizza there is absolutely incredible and very Noorish as well.
Noorish?
Yeah, you can't stop.
All right. Okay, I like it. That sounds like my kind of pizza. All right, we've got a couple more slides to go through. We're nearly there.
Yeah, we are nearly there. So we've already talked a lot about our program in terms of more time ashore with Princess. We've got some incredible excursions that are available, and you can view them before you even book on our website. So you can have a look at the different excursions that are available in port. We do want you to get off and go and explore the destination, whether that is through a Princess excursion or if it's whether at your own time. The one big thing I would say about booking a excursion directly through Princess is that you are guaranteed to get back on the ship. So if the excursion is running a little bit late, we will wait for you. However, if you book your own excursion outside of that, then unfortunately we may not wait. So that's one of the perks of booking a Princess excursion as well. But they are all over the world. There are so many different ones that you can do. Really go and have a look and choose which ones you want to do.
And the local connections tours, you got to shout about.
Yeah,
that's so special, right?
Again, that's all down to our fantastic relationship with the locals we've managed to build up over the years. So they kind of continue that personalised service that you receive on board, and that flows onshore with those local guides.
You want that authentic experience.
Yeah,
right?
you do.
I love it. As much as I would like you to be the person guiding me around Japan, I feel like I'm going to stop talking there.
So we touched on cruise tours. So we do offer cruise tours in pretty much every region that we sail to. The only kind of area that we don't is the Caribbean. So we offer them in Europe, Alaska, Japan, down in Australia as well. So this is a fantastic opportunity. These are packaged itineraries. Now, the best way to search for them is to go onto the Princess website, have a look at them, find the 3-letter code, and then once you're ready to book your one that you have found, is head over to Polar, put that 3-letter code in the right-hand side of Polar, not the left-hand side where you would normally search for a cruise. You'd go into the right-hand side, put the cruise code in, and it will bring it back for you. So no need to package it all together. It's already pre-done.
That's amazing. Do you know what cruise tour I saw the other day was ones around the north of America to go to Washington and stuff like that. Really is some amazing options.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Now we're coming to the last few slides. Just a brief reminder of our online training platform. So OneSource is your one-stop shop for everything Princess. You'll have access to Polar, you'll have access to plain sailing on there, but all of our assets, all of our videos, images, our campaign information is also on there. I know the hot topic at the moment is the Princess Academy. At the moment, this is currently still offline at the moment while we still put that all together for you. But once it goes live, it will definitely be worth it. Now, touching about plain sailing, it is accessed via OneSource on there, so you can't really go wrong with plain sailing, I always say. So if you do have time, maybe just have a little play with it on there. But if you are nervous, then simply head over to our YouTube platform, which we've got, which is Princess Cruises Travel Agents there, and you can see different bite-sized trainings on how to do a full booking, how to use plain sailing, how to use Polar as well. Also, how to book a cruise tour is on there as well, and there are webinars are all on there, and also a lot of Mike's updates can be found on our YouTube page as well. But if you want to copy the QR code there and stay updated, then get ready, get to it now as we go into the last slide.
I love it. Yeah, so just keep following us, as we said. Yeah. Facebook's a great tool. We keep our things updated there as well. I want to give a quick shout out to the person that was won the flight voucher.
Oh, here we go.
I just counted it through. Drum roll, please. It was going to. All I do is I get the number, put it in the random number generator, and it's someone called Lauren. You just won our flight voucher. Congratulations, Lauren.
Well done, Lauren.
Good job. And please email Academy, please.
Perfect.
That's perfect.
And then you'll have access to our on-demand destination Kahoot there.
Yeah, so literally just finished this now. You can scan that, get your phone out right now, boom, just give it a scan, and you have 2 chances to win a £25 all for one voucher. For anyone that's won anything, please email academy@princesscruises.co.uk and let us know what you won. We've got a record of it here as well.
Yeah, there we go. And that's it. That's our destinations, bite-sized training there for you. But we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you found it of value. If there is any feedback, please do let Mike or myself know. But thank you so much for taking the time out, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.